Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Man United agenda. And it is Monday, and as always, there's always stories regarding Manchester United. Latest story is Antony has been priced out of a move to Manchester United, and Man United has been boosted by Frenkie de Jong. Whether or not he comes, let's see. Welcome to the channel. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Man United agenda. And it is Monday night, and as always, there's always a fabulous bunch of people raring to go. First day of the week, and as always, Gavin, we all got clocked, but unfortunately, when you get backstage here, there's sometimes, technical issues, or we're just having a laugh and a joke, but backstage before we're live, So welcome to the channel, sir. As always, though, I'm solo. We've been joined today by Mr. B, sir. OMONDI.
What's happening?
Greetings.
Sorry, lads.
And Andy, welcome back to the channel. So how are we doing?
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, brilliant, guys. Absolutely happy to have all of you guys back tonight. So how have we been? How has our week been? Andy, kickstart with us. How was your holiday as well, sir?
Yeah, went to St. Anne's living up there the other week. Enjoyed it. Me, my missus and my dog in a little caravan. Nice and snug, enjoying the sunshine. Them 2 days holiday were a killer, I tell you. Them 2 hot days. Ended up going for a paddle in the sea. Up to my knees in water with my dog. Bless her. And my missus. Up to our knees. We needed to cool off, though. We needed to cool off.
Oh, absolutely brilliant. Thank you. Pat, how you been, sir?
Not bad, lads. Not bad. It's been bank holiday weekend over here in Ireland. So we've been enjoying the good weather, except for today. Today was a bit rainy. But other than that, it was nice, No complaints, yeah.
I'm on there. The weather obviously changed a little bit because you ain't got your towel light anymore.
I have got my towel, but it's not that. I've got my fan on as well. So I'm all right. I've got 2 things I want to talk about. Where the hell is St. Anne's? Got no idea where it is. Sounds really nice, Andy.
St. Anne's, Jamaica. St. Anne's,
St.
Jamaica.
Anne's is near Blackpool.
Oh, near Blackpool. Okay, that part of the world.
Just other side of Preston.
Wow. I've never been to that side of the world, but I hear
very posh.
But they say Blackpool's a bit of a dive. So I heard. But anyway, yeah. But you know what? You said to Andy, let's kickstart this show, and I thought you could say kickstart as a kickboxer, because as we spoke, there's 2 Andy Tates out there, and we've got the best one on the show. The other Andy Tate's a bit of a influencer,
maverick.
A maverick thing. You've got a lot in common, these 2, but I'm glad we got the one who's responsible for Man United and come on the show and is a friendly and won't kick my ass if I say something a bit rude. And also, finally, I just want to say it's fight week, guys. It's fight week. The Premiership begins. Obviously, get your FTB, the Fantasy Football League teams in, and this weekend it's on. It's on. I know Andy said he's going to the game, but I'm so excited. It's been a long wait, and we're back.
Yeah. So, Mr. B, sir.
B, man. I just want the football to start. Roll on Friday to see Arsenal, but roll on Sunday. It's countdown week, man. Every day I just want to go to sleep, wake up, go to sleep, wake up, go to sleep, wake up, go to sleep, wake up. Roll on Sunday, man. I can't wait.
And it's good to be back as well. I've been on holiday myself as well. I've been roaming the Coxwell as well myself. So absolutely beautiful. I was thinking about putting a deposit in for a house down there, but when I looked at the price, 2 million, I thought, second guess, I'll leave it. Yeah.
How much?
2 million. So I thought, yeah, see you later.
Yeah, over time you'll be all right.
Listen, whilst I was there, I was walking around and I do the lottery through my phone, and I keep doing the lottery, and I was saying, one day I'm going to be a millionaire. That's it. Rodney all the way there, Rodney Charter all the way. That's all I could think of. One day I'll be a bloody millionaire, Marley.
Have you got a clock anywhere? Have you got an antique clock?
Well, I need to try and find something.
Yeah. Now it's cashed in your attic or your loft. Have a look.
I need to find something.
Like Antiques Roadshow. Let's see what valuables we've got.
Yeah,
Menage
exactly.
a trois, tell you.
But guys, welcome to the channel. Welcome to the show, guys. Absolutely lovely having a few people. Amanda, would you mind going through some of the comments quickly before we kickstart the show?
Yeah, want to say hi to someone who's also in a caravan up north, and that'll be
good
talking
call,
to you,
talk. He's there as
doing
well.
what Andy does for his summer holidays and enjoying it. Sounds like a lot of fun. Want to say hi to Eddie. We know, is this Eddie?
Yeah,
It is,
Maybe.
Yeah, it's Eddie. It's Eddie.
Right. Gavin Ward as well. Matthew Bassett, one of our favorite. Big up, Matthew. Big up to Colum as well. He says hi to everyone in the chat. Anwar is here as well. He wants to talk about Frenkie de Jong accepting offers. Want to say hi to S. What a great name. Big up, Andy. Same. Lot of Steve RFC saying big up. Good to see Andy Tate. He's my favorite Man United fan and be interviewed after the games. Yeah, that's great. We've got him as well. We're delighted to have Andy Tate on our show. Steve Fletcher's in the house as well. MUFC is in the house. The newbie, Matt Clare, how you doing? Good evening. Hope you're doing well.
Welcome,
and who else? Just showing UK Strange.
As always, big up.
As always, again, we've got Bill Baggio.
Bill Baggio, one of our own.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Oh, sorry, SHAH United.
No, well. Don't worry about SHAH. It's fine. SHAH, who's SHAH? I can't remember him.
They're all piling in now.
Big up. We all in, guys. We all in. So, guys, at the moment, we're going to kickstart the show. We are going to. Frenkie de Jong is going to be the second topic we're going to be discussing. But the first one is we're going to be discussing the Antony transfer. There's an echo, but I don't know where it's from. So with it, I'm going to go to Andy. Andy, with this Antony deal, he's been basically pushed out of getting his probably dream move to Manchester United. Obviously, Man United originally went in about 36 to 38 million. They went in for him, and then all of a sudden, it seems like Ajax keep pushing and pushing and pushing. So, is it right that Manchester United now walk away from this deal completely? Or does a player put in a transfer request?
I think it's on the player's side. He has to push this through now, but not for the price. I don't advocate this, but player power maybe. You know, go on strike. But Ajax have basically sold half a team and they don't want to lose anybody else. You could understand that if you're an Ajax fan. And the team's been decimated. They brought a few signings in. But, yeah, Antony, I would take him. Man United have got to look at options now between now and, there's a month to go now of the transfer window. That's it. 1 month from now, we'll see where we are.
Yeah. Mr. B, Gary Neville said something a couple of weeks ago regarding the whole thing with De Jong, saying De Jong to take legal action. Is this something that you reckon Antony could go down the route and do, or do you honestly believe the only other option he has is just a transfer request?
He can only hand in a transfer request. He can't sue them. He's under contract. So the De Jong part of it, with the Jong situation, is completely different. If he does put a transfer request in, that's fine. But does that mean that Ajax lower the price because he's handed in a transfer request? They may well say, okay, we'll accept your transfer request, but the price is still whatever the figure is. So he's going to end up staying and feeling like a plum until I think we're going to do the deal in January. I just have a sneaky feeling we're going to get the deal done in January.
Yeah, and same thing on Monday. Mr. B just said about getting probably the Antony deal done in January. Would that be a good time for then Ten Hag to assess the situation around Manchester United rather than trying to go out there? We might have someone in the team already that we don't know about who can actually go there and play in that position. Well, we do know we have players that can play in the position, but do you think it'd be a good idea just hold on rather than go and spend that money?
You don't spend 100 million on a player like that. I don't think you do that. 50 million is a reasonable price. I think his value is about 40 million. They do the valuation based on what they've done, what they've achieved, where they're at in their career. And I think 40 million is the valuation. You add another 10, 20 or maybe on top of that, and then you can get a decent player. I think if it was any other club, the valuation would be going down. As Andy said earlier, they've already sold half their team. They're not going to sell their main asset. I did watch their game early in the season, a couple of weeks ago, and all the fans were like buzzing about him every time he got the ball. So he seems to be their star player still. I don't want to wait until January because the World Cup will come along. Maybe he will get a place in the World Cup and light it up, and then that 100 million could be almost doubled. I'm not, obviously not, but you know, I think he's a good player. I think the positives about him is that he knows Ten Hag. He's hungry to leave as well. He's already, when Ten Hag left, he already said he wants to come with you. If you need me, I'm here. That kind of thing. Hint, hint. But yeah, being priced out of it like that, I think we just have to turn away and bluff. Do that double bluff. Ajax don't really need the money because, like they said, they've already sold a lot of players. But I do think, Mr. B and me were sort of raving and dribbling from the mouth. And I know Andy was at the game the other day, watching these young players like Garnacho, for example. That's someone who's just like, wow, do we really need Antony when we've got a player like that who can just drive at people and got so much confidence, dribbling? Who knows? My other point is that we saw Chong. I think Chong gets the chop for me. I've seen enough of him now to say maybe you're left-footed, thinking maybe you've got an opportunity here. I don't think he's good enough. And I think Elanga as well on the right-hand side. The only thing he does well for me is he does the extra run. He gets it behind, that kind of thing. Beyond that, I don't think he's got the talent of an Antony or the dribbling skill or anything like that. But he's a good hard worker and does really well. So I do think that position is something we do need to sort of have a look at before the window closes.
And I was going to go to Andy and ask Andy about Garnacho because obviously so far in all the games we've seen him played, he looks a hot prospect. And would you think would be better off giving him the opportunity now? We've seen enough of him and obviously know what he's capable of doing rather than going again. I don't think the club will spend 100 million on a player, but he's there right in front of us. We can see what he's capable of. And you were at the game yesterday, so you could probably give us a little breakdown of what you saw of him.
Yeah, I thought it was really lively first half, the second half as well. Energetic, fast running, hard working. I mean, it's such a fresh face, and it's a pleasure to see another youngster coming through. And I know it's a friendly, but he may have played his way into the starting lineup for Brighton, or at least be part of the squad. So I would look at this now. I say we've got 4 games, have we, between now and the end? Is it 4 to 5 games? If he could get into the team, establish himself, he could. We might not need, like you say, we might not need to go for Antony. But like you say, hit the ground running this Sunday, and we'll see what happens with Garnacho. But I thought everybody was brilliant on Sunday. It was completely refreshing to see some of the youngsters, Garner, Laird, even Ericsson and Martinez. He had a quiet game, but it's what it is with a pre-season friendly. But it was good to be back at Old Trafford. Good feeling.
Yeah. And Pat, looking at it and talk about Garnacho as well, a player that obviously youngster, one of our own, as we call it, the youngsters as well, coming through the ranks at Manchester United. It is like what Andy just said. He's actually played himself in, or do you just look at it just as a friendly and you can't really truly get too much caught up in that?
What I believe is, I think Ten Hag is trying to give himself a couple of extra options, because what was obvious in the Atletico game after Jadon Sancho got sick and was out of the game, we had Pellistri step in, and we just felt like a weaker unit because it looked straight away. Look, Pellistri probably has the talent, but he's just not at the level yet. Probably another loan spell will do him the world of good. He brought Garnacho in. I was actually surprised he brought Garnacho in, because Garnacho has all the talent in the world, but he is very young and frail. But that's not to say he won't get his chance this year. It's just the Antony deal just smells like it could be like Sancho, exactly what Mr. B said. And we'll probably see this deal either January or summer of next year.
Yeah, and same thing as well, Amanda. This is your stage now. This is all about the Garnacho. This is for you now, the man of the moment, the youngster, the youth. As what Talk will say, youth, courage, greatness. What is it?
Yeah, you're right. You said it.
Yeah. So him coming into the team, into the fold as well. We're saying pre-season friendly, but has he done enough for you to now think to yourself, instead of going in with the Antony deal, because we've got to come back and relate. This is about Antony, but we've got prospects there who can replace Antony. Quick one, guys, in the comments. Would you prefer United to go spend 100 million on Antony, a 1 or a 2? We keep Garnacho. Just put the 1 or 2 in the comments, please. on Monday. So yeah, new contract on the table apparently as well.
Yeah. Let me just refer to this. We're talking about Garnacho. Let's refer to our tactical whiz kid that's bath time aboard. He's saying Garnacho was exciting, but he's seriously poor defending from the front. I can't see him starting until that gets sorted. So this is like when you're watching games, you can visualize different things. Obviously, when he gets on the ball, he drives at defenders, he drives at fullbacks. That's so exciting, and it's a nightmare for defenders. You can see that they didn't want to put their foot in because they were going to give away a foul or a free kick. And I love his enthusiasm. As I wish I was there, sitting next to Andy and just going off, watching this, because he obviously got the crowd on his feet. This is what these wingers do. We're sort of renowned at Man United for having great wingers, and this young boy, he just like emphasizes everything that we love in a winger like that. So I love him.
Interrupt you? Sorry, Mother. Can I interrupt you? I don't know if any of you guys, I know you got to go back to what you was doing, but does he remind you of when Di Maria first came to United? Like his first game you did?
What Di Maria? Don't be shit. What are you talking about, man?
You can't bring that fella's name up around me.
Get lost, man. Come off the stream, man.
Sorry, I'm on there. Carry on. I'm getting booed here.
You interrupted me for that.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
I'm actually
lost your head in shame. Jeez Louise.
Look, let's put it this way. I think we're all excited. Obviously, he's young. He's got a lot to learn. But to be this talented at this age and to be producing, because we've got guys like Pelestri, we've got guys like Chong, we've got guys like Ahmad, and someone in the comments said he's already ahead of Elanga based on what they've seen. So these are all wingers that we've got at the club already. You've had the opportunity, had game time. This guy's turned up, played one senior game of football after Youth Cup final and playing well in the league and stepped up, and it's like a duck to water. So it's really exciting. So when we talk about Antony and we say, oh no, we missed out on Antony. Hold on a minute. And then the same day, we're going off and watching this game against the Spanish team, and this guy's running the show and looking really nice and sweet. Do you really mind? It's like, but the only issue is then the same applies for Frenkie de Jong. You say, oh, we might be missing out on Frenkie de Jong. And then Garner's playing. And then we've got Ericsson playing. Yeah. So there's always balance. You have to look at things. And we know that as the manager wants Frenkie de Jong, we know the manager wants Antony, and they would be major assets to their team. But as a head coach, you've got to be able to coach the players that you have and give them the confidence to produce. And just going to throw out a name, Zidane Iqbal, for example. That's another name that could have, any other manager might just leave him in the youths, send him on loan or something. He's brought him on and made him see the confidence is just like tenfold now with playing like that. So I trust the manager to coach these guys, even if we don't get Antony, if we don't get Frenkie de Jong, whatever. The manager's so good, I believe, at coaching that he could get these players and turn them into stars.
Yeah,
like Matthew Kelly, confident players, the stars in your eyes. Tonight, I'm going to be the new Antony. That's what Garnacho would do.
OMONDI, we don't have enough players. You talk about coaching, we don't have enough players. Do you know how much games we've got in October? And you talk, what is he going to coach these players to not get tired? We need players.
Granted, I won't argue you.
Mr. B, lean forward. So I'm on there. That's it.
Yeah, I know.
That's it. No, that's it.
Andy, take care of business. Andy, take care of business.
Andy, you're in charge now. Get those sort of come back out to fight the other Andy, because these two are going to fight at the top.
We need players.
I don't know what to say. We need players. Of course we need players. We need players.
That's it.
We cannot start the season with McFred. telling you. Because if we do, I tell you what, your painkillers are on standby Sunday afternoon, Old Trafford. Telling you.
I'm fine.
Brighton ain't going to be scared after what they did to us last season. Telling you.
They're not. They're not.
Wrap
it up.
Look, lads, we lost Pereira, Pogba, Lingard, Matic, and Mata. And who have we brought in so far? How many in quantities?
We put in one midfielder.
We brought one
in. We brought back a midfielder. Oh, well, Garner. We've got Garner who hasn't had no game time. Donny who hasn't pulled up trees.
Yeah. So we brought back 5. We let 5 go. We brought back 3. One of them is an academy player who has no Premier League experience, and one of them probably hasn't got any other Premier League experience because he never got played for Manchester United and Donny van de Beek. So no, it doesn't fill you full of confidence. So we need to get the tally of players out to the same player as in, regardless.
I think we've only sold 2, haven't we? That's it.
Yeah, we let them all walk out, Andy.
No, we sold Pirlo, pre-season Pirlo to Fulham.
He's only Pirlo was the only one we sold, Andy. Everybody else was free transfers and loans.
Yeah,
Mata's without a club, Cavani's without a club, and Lee Grant is retired.
we retired him.
We need a backup. I tell you what, Tom Eaton had a good game yesterday. He really had a good game. He played the full 90, but we really need a backup goalkeeper. And United's been linked with the Newcastle third choice keeper. I heard that in the last 24 hours.
Yeah. Oh, God. At the moment, all I can see on the comments, Solo out, innit? That's it.
They know.
Solo, telling you.
You're talking the day in about 5 seconds.
He ruined me. He ruined my.
You're going to be frozen in carbonite by the end of the show.
Oh, not even the Liverpool fans are defending me on here either. Oh, Amanda, would you mind going through, guys, before we kickstart action and go through the comments quickly? If you're new to the channel, guys, 33 in the chat, just give us a like. Also, remember to give us a subscribe. We're on the road to 2.5k at the moment, subscribers. And also, don't forget, guys, we are doing the Fantasy Football League as well. We are actually, I believe, we've got 92 people that's actually signed up to it. So let me quickly get the code for you because we don't have the technical gentleman around today to do that for us. So I've got to read it from here. The code to join it is 1CZLY1. So that's 1CZLY1. Andy, do you do fantasy football? Will you be joining it?
I'll have a go at it, yeah, if you send me the link and that, yeah. I used to play back in the day. You say Badil and Skinner.
Phoenix from the Flames. That's what you're doing right now.
Yeah. Stato with the glasses.
We got our very own Stato on the show. That's Column.
Oh, brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. On Monday, after you, sir, would you mind just doing some of these?
So UK Strange is saying Antony is a good player, but 100 million, no, thank you. Steve is saying here, Steve is actually a Rangers fan. He's from Scotland, so hi all the way
Welcome.
up north. Said Man United will play 2 Europa games a week for 2 weeks in a row, 2-week break, and then 2 games in a row again, and then a 2-week break, and then 2 weeks in a row. A busy schedule because of the World Cup, so it's going to be congested games. Bath Time saying Mr. B has new additions to his wall. We're going for like Antiques Roadshow. Anything there valuable, Mr. B? Fox is saying uncertainty surrounding the attack is alarming with a week to go. Ronaldo's situation, a lot of youngsters who are getting either loaned or staying, so he's a bit concerned. Bath Time again saying Ronaldo was a complete disgrace in his performance yesterday. I cannot believe how terrible he was in the block. UK Strange is saying Garnacho, fire. He's really excited about him. Ola Kunle saying, hang on, Antony plays on the right side of midfield. Didn't United spend 75 million on Sancho to play in the right side of midfield, or the right inside forward, as they had Rashford on the left and Martial through the middle? So a bit of trying to stir the pot. Flex is saying, Garnacho for me is surpassed Elanga. I mentioned that earlier. Yesterday, Garnacho was electric, says UK Exchange. So did you see a lot of positives with Garnacho? Apart from Bath Time, he found some tactically wrong with it. Saying it's poor defending, so that we've been saying it can be improved. Gavin Ward saying transfer request will have to go in from Antony to force the compromise both teams into terms of price. Middle ground between 40 and 80 million, 60 max. Steve Fletcher, ever say hi to Steve? How you doing? He says, I think we've given up on Antony, and that could be why we're here in United are going to pay Frenkie de Jong extra money to reel him in. Box is saying, there's a lot of comments, sorry, by the way. Box is saying, Vaughan, I'd love Garnacho, 4th choice in attack right now, only behind Sancho, Martial, Rashford, but Elanga, Pellistri, but ahead of Elanga, Pellistri, and Chong. I actually agree with that. Rangers fan, Steve saying, I can see Ronaldo leaving. He wants Champions League football. Man United need players who want to be there. And a couple more here. Box is saying, we need Garnacho plus an Antony. And Bath Time saying we got absolutely rinsed by Real. They broke our lines through the middle, got in at will, on the flanks and denying us building attacks. I'm seriously worried. I'll leave it as that for now, because I don't want to upset you, Solo, because there's some comments there about your Di Maria comparisons. Let's move on.
T Maria, not Di Maria. T Maria. T Maria. Guys, if you're new to the channel, 31 in the chat. If you're new to the channel, just give us a like and a subscribe and share it. We're on the road to 2.5k subscribers. So we're going to kickstart the next topic, and it is our one and only, our favorite in Frenkie de Jong. So there's a couple of stories today coming out saying there's a breakthrough with Manchester United and Barcelona regarding Frenkie de Jong. There's also some announcement that will affect Frenkie de Jong move to Manchester United. So guys, quickly, obviously Man United have, well, let's go and say Ten Hag has been pursuing Frenkie de Jong since day one. It's probably his number one target. The price tags moved from 56.2 million to now 73.3 or 76 million or something like that. It is. But Barcelona has a deal in principle due to COVID where they didn't pay him the 17 million that he's owed in sort of our sort of appearances, image rights, and all of that. Now the rumor is Man United seemingly will take that responsibility and add it into his wages. Andy, is that something that you agree with, or is it just Barcelona taking money out for a ride?
Well, it's Barcelona taking us for a ride, because I mean, where are they getting all this money from? It's a hell of a Wonga loan, isn't it? And we've got to pay we've got to pay the dividends, like the 70 million just to get him. We'll pay it. That's 70 million that could be used to get another player. We could use that. towards get Antony or get someone else. It's rubbish. We have been held to ransom. We've laid our cards on the table. We were happy, but Barcelona are desperate. This is why they're desperate for money. They didn't get the Super League, so much in debt, like Real Madrid, like Juventus, and they're desperate. And they can't sell De Jong. They say if they can't sell him, they can't register the others they've signed. That's what was stated over the weekend. Was it Rafinha from Leeds?
Yeah.
Bayern Munich lad as well. And the Sevilla player. So they've got to register them. Barcelona are desperately trying to find a way out of this. But we're being held to ransom, basically. And I thought we were taking this new stance. Now we will not be played on money. And basically, it's just like we're playing the extra just to get him. We're paying more. And it's wrong.
Yeah. It is. And Pat, with that as well, Barcelona right now, they are in a massive debt, 1 billion euros in debt they are at the moment. And obviously, I think, am I right in saying they're like the third highest spender across Europe, or the second highest spender across Europe at the moment? First highest spender across Europe.
Yeah, they're really bad. Like it's been accumulating for the last couple of years, especially with the likes of when they signed Dembele, the massive wages to get Dembele, and then Griezmann as well, and then they brought Frenkie in, and some of the wages they were putting out there was just crazy. But you could see it was all starting to unravel after when you seen COVID, the lockdown, and then you see Messi having to leave. You knew there was something wrong when that chap had to leave the club that he loves. But look, the Barcelona at the moment, and it's like a circus watching your man John Laporte opening his mouth in the media, and he knows what he's doing because the fella is an ex-politician and he's no idiot. He'd be no fool for nobody anyway. So Barcelona now come home. I say if they're not back already, they'll be back. I'd say tomorrow, because it was yesterday we played the New York Rebels. And they have a game now on Sunday, 7th of August, the first game back in the new camp. So if there was anything to be sorted out between Barcelona, Frenkie de Jong, the ages of Manchester United, you'd be kind of hoping this was the week it would happen.
Yeah. And then also, I think Mr. B going into this year, obviously Man United originally, like the Murdoch, they went over, I think last month or at some point, and they put in an offer of 56 million in. Obviously, that offer was rejected, and they refused point blank to pay that 17 million. Now, I don't know how to ask you this question, but what's your thoughts about them now going in saying, right, you know what, we'll just pay it? What's the reason behind it, you think, now?
You know what? The club United are acting like they're desperate. I think Barcelona are more desperate to get rid of him. I do think we should hold tight. I think Frankie should wait and get his money that he's owed. And if these Manchester United bloody pricks pay 17 million, it's not 17 pounds. It's not 17 million for somebody else's mess up. Our club's a bigger bunch of pricks than I thought we were. Honestly, they've just got to just. What I don't understand how they can even contemplate playing somebody else's debt. When we loan out players, we're paying more than the club who is taking out the loan on the players to get them out the club. And now somebody's saying, "Oh, come on, don't worry, Man United's going to pay the 17 million." Bunch of mugs. Sit down and wait. Frankie will come. Sit down and wait. They have to get rid of him before we do. Don't. We've waited all of this time. What, to flinch with 3 days left to go? No, hold tight, man. Sit down, relax, talk about something else, because he has to be sold by Barcelona.
Yeah, OMONDI as well with this. Obviously, it's apparently due to the COVID. He's made a deal with Barcelona, and well, both parties made a deal that he will be paid his money by the end of the 2026 season. Now, do you think it's probably Frenkie de Jong don't want to leave Barcelona? As much as Barcelona want to get rid of him, he doesn't want to leave because he thinks he's going to lose his money.
I don't like to speculate, but we will find out in the next coming weeks because they have to register their players, and Frankie will make a decision. Is he loyal? I don't. We've heard our Dutch correspondent come on. What's his name? Vincent. He will come on and tell us some good, positive things about his character. He's more about football and money, that kind of thing. But I think if you owed 17 million, you're not going to walk away and say, forget about it. You're going to say, regardless if you're a millionaire, you're going to say, I want that money. Show me the money. So I don't know. We're going to find out in the next couple of weeks what's really going on and where Frankie's mind's at. But in the meantime, I'd just like to say this. We at the Man United Agenda and all the fans as well, we become financial experts. We're not learning about football anymore, and this is probably why they call it the FTSE index, because it's kind of related to football as well. Finance, it's all about football these days. I've learned so much, and people in the comments talk about levers or something. I'm learning every day about finance, and maybe I won't be broke anymore and start sort of
got coat hanger. That's any good.
Levers,
coat hangers. We all know about money here.
Andy can tell you anything, I don't even think about that, guys, but yeah, I just want to wait and see in the next couple of weeks about the finance thing, what's going on. We learn, like I say, we're learning so much about the money in football, and some of it's disgusting in the way how they can be the highest spenders in Europe at the moment and then complaining about on the other side that they want to release a player because they can't afford him. I mean, where's the logic in that? It's like saying Garnacho is similar to Di Maria.
Listen, I don't know who said that, but nothing to do with me. Listen, that's a young prospect here. So Andy, also with Barcelona, basically the announcement of they sold 24.5% of the stadium. They're waiting for about 100 million from that percentages. Also on NFT as well. So they've gone on start floating the club on NFT as well. And due to that, the crash of all of those, that's why they're in so much problems than before.
Yeah, if you think about it as well, the new camp's going to get a roof all around it. And if this is the way they're paying for it, this is the only way they can pay for it. They can't get players. They're doing all these lever deals, coat hangers deals, you know what I mean? So Barcelona are financially, as Del Boy would say, up the caniber. Telling you. But they're going to pay for that roof as well, because that new camp That if you see a couple of years ago, that design they had, they want that dome, and they're going to have to pay for it some way. If it's offloading players, throwing levers, TV deals, this is the only way they can get their stadium and their financial stuff in order.
Yeah. And again, Pat, I'm going to go to this. And this is the issue now when you look at the bigger picture. That's why they were so interested in doing this whole Super League as well. Because if they did the whole Super League thing, that would have bailed them out of debt completely there and then on the spot.
Yeah, they were obviously hedging their bets on getting that because weren't they one of the last clubs to leave it alongside Real Madrid?
Yeah, and Juventus.
And Juventus, yeah. So Juventus aren't in great shape either, really early. But look, it's just getting a bit wearing now. And regardless of Barcelona's troubles and whatever they're going through, I don't see why we're waiting around. Regardless of getting Frenkie de Jong, and we seem to be hedging our bets on getting Frenkie de Jong, why aren't we signing other players to bolster other areas in the meantime? And just in case it comes to the crunch of the last week or a few days of the transfer window, and Manchester United can afford to step back and go, do you know what? Maybe this just isn't the deal for us. But we've bought a few players in the meantime that can actually play in there or bolster the midfield and help us out. So we're not completely hell-bent on getting Frenkie de Jong through the door.
Yeah. Mr. B, again, like Pat said, made a great point. That's Ten Hag number one signing. But why hasn't the club looking at other ventures and going for other players? I know we've been linked with so many players, but I believe, honestly, this is the only player he wants at Manchester United, so they'll go out and do everything for it to get him.
Yeah, I get that, but we talk about teams pulling down our pants already, and this is going to be the biggest one. They will take the pants off and run with them. To be paying somebody else's debt, I don't understand. We've got until the 8th. If after the 8th, no deal can be done, I would like to think that the club has got something lined up that can get done quickly. Whether it's Tielemans, whether it's the what's the youth there from Lazio, Savic, or Ruiz. If one of these deals can get done within 2 or 3 days, fine, no problem. It's whether or not they keep holding on until the transfer window closes. And I still think Young's going to come. But to be waiting so long for something, it's going to take all of the gloss of the deal. All the excitement of the deal's gone. We signed him, it's going to be, oh, great. You know what I mean? We're not getting that buzz from it. And that's what I want to do. You sign a player, you want to be happy and you want to get that excitement. We're not going to get that. It's going to be, oh, great. It's finally bloody done again. Typical Man United.
And with OMONDI as well. OMONDI, obviously, I think Mr. B probably said it, or I can't remember who said it earlier, but imagine if we waste all our time bringing him in and he's not the player we're looking for. He's just one of those other players that come in and doesn't fit the Premier League.
This ain't Ali Dai from Southampton, George Ware's cousin or something like that. This is a legit player we're dealing with here. World-class, 25-year-old Dutch maestro. And I've got no doubt in my mind that he will be the key that makes us tick. That's why the manager wants him so badly. And we've been on our radar for a long time. Everybody out there has had a lot of opportunity to study this guy, see his game, and I think he will help us in transitions from defense to midfield through to attack, and we'll be building as a better team, and everyone will be sitting down watching, enjoying the game. A lot more eye candy, a lot more football on the ground. We've already got Eriksen. Imagine that. And I know Andy wasn't raving too much. He said, yeah, he's done well. He's nodding right now. But I thought Eriksen played a dream. I thought he was fantastic. I never really visualized Eriksen as sort of like a playing deep and bringing the ball out of defense. But he's got that game. He just plays simple 1-2 touch football, which is beautiful to watch. I was raving about him with Mr. B the other day when we were watching the game. So I do think it's vital that we get Frenkie. And there is no doubt in my mind that he will be the great player, worthy of the wages, worthy of the price tag that he is. Playing at Barcelona, he's being undermined right now, and I don't think that's fair. And I think that should be the catalyst for him to leave, because we wouldn't treat him like that. He would come to us, and after about 6-7 games, we would be bowing. It would be like, how we worshipped Eric Cantona, how we will see something special. Eriksen, Frenkie de Jong in midfield. Sorry, excuse me. I'm showing my age, but
Going back old school.
That would be sweet. That would sweet me, and I would love to see that, and I'm sure most of the fans would too.
And a quick one as well, Andy. Again, you were at the game yesterday, so sort of looking at Eriksen, how did you think his performance, and what have you made of him so far in pre-season, the games he's played so far?
I think he's done well, really done well, and he's a complete new player. And for the free transfer, it's a brilliant move from Manchester United. He played a ball through a defender's legs yesterday, and it was right in front of me. It was so brilliant to watch. And yet they say he scored against Wrexham in a behind closed doors friendly. So I know my dad likes him. I like him. And he's going to be a good part of the team. He'll play a lot of games, whether he's starting, coming on, or finishing. And I think he will start Sunday. I think he will start Sunday. Definitely.
Yeah. I was going to say something, Andy, but I don't want to do it because your Mr. B will beat me for it, so I better keep quiet. I was going to talk about Fred, but I'll hold off for a few minutes. As the show's finishing, I'll mention Fred.
No.
Get off your chest. Go on. Get off your chest.
Come on. What have you heard?
No, I'm only joking. I was only winding you two up. But I was going to go to just say, guys, 48 in the chat. If you're new to the channel, please give us a subscribe. If you're old to the channel, you know what to, just give us a like. Also, guys, remember that we have got our fantasy football up as well. Always trying to find it. I can never find it when I need it. We'll get the code, guys. So check in the community post tomorrow, and I'll get that up for you. If you're new to the channel, you want to join it. Amanda, would you mind hitting some of these comments, please, sir?
I was at Wembley. Did Andy enjoy the game as he was at Wembley?
Don't worry, he's a Liverpool fan. No worries, right.
Take no notice of him.
Take no notice of him. He's a Liverpool fan. Take no notice of him.
Oh, yeah. Win the Charity Shield and you've won the World Cup. Yeah. That's Liverpool fans. I've seen the celebrations on Saturday. Yeah, typical.
Nunes, the crybaby.
Yeah, seen that celebration.
We'll see them on the 20th. Is it the 22nd or the 20th? We're seeing Liverpool. 20th. Yeah,
Andy Carroll. Andy Carroll 2.0.
Let's go through some comments. Matthew Bassett saying Frenkie out of Barca, Silva in, Barca Paqueta and City Domino. So there's a lot of mixing up there with players. 120 million for De Jong is a bargain. That's to answer you, Solo. Flex is saying Barca have technically breached Frenkie de Jong's contract. Can't that allow him just to leave for free? UK Shane saying we say Cristiano Ronaldo should leave if he doesn't want to stay, but we're trying to sign a player who doesn't want to be at Manchester United. Same principle. That's from UK Strange. Flex is saying United should just pay him £17 million and a signing on fee and be done with it, really. Matthew Bassett saying £450,000 a week to £550,000 a week wages for Frenkie. I want to say hi to Robert. How you doing? He says this De Jong stuff would give aspirin a headache. Socrates, all the way from South America, Brazil, is saying pay. Maybe not Brazil. I forget where you're from.
No,
Socrates saying
he's from Barcelona fan, Spain.
Yeah, from Barcelona fan. Sorry, yeah. Haven't seen you for a while, Socrates. Why are you letting us down? Well, good to see you back. He said, pay the money. I know Ten Hag wants his player. Back the coach. Yeah, Anwar saying, all right, let me assume Man United have finally broken the deadlock. Frenkie de Jong. But it does look like Erik Ten Hag is forcing him to join, yet he wants to join a Champions League club. So here we go with the levers kind of talk. I don't know if anyone can explain this, but Socrates is saying the financial levers are helping with that. So the levers talk is coming up. All these experts about finance. Matthew Bassett saying Barcelona activated the third lever, whatever that is. At least it's been honest. Yeah. I just don't understand this. Colin was saying, don't care who it is. United shouldn't be paying anyone's wages that's owed to them by another club. And hey, Bob, how you doing? Nice to see you again. She's saying £1.4 billion is what the debt is, I'm assuming she's saying there. Andy Long is saying Frenkie de Jong should sit tight and collect the contract he's owed. Barca need to him gone more than United need to pay the 17 million or whatever that is. Box is saying Arsenal will be activating levers until they're in administration. Want to say hi to JP87 saying, if we get Frenkie de Jong, our knee slide across my drive. Oh God, a gravel drive. Imagine that. You don't ruin yourself. Once again, Socrates is saying, as financial levers come to the sale of new percentages of our image right, and those payments are done in different parts, the levers. That's what, well explained. And finally, I'm going to leave it on this because there's too many to go through. UK Strange is saying, you got to love Andy Tate, always speaks from the heart. So there you go. You got love on the Man United agenda.
There you go, OMONDI, newbie.
Kilo is saying, United we stand. Big up, Kilo. Welcome to the channel.
There you go.
Welcome. So, as always, 44 in the chat, guys. If you're new to the channel, just give us a subscribe. And there's only 42 likes. Come on, let's make sure we're hitting that like to get us to the algorithm. As always, we always go to OMONDI and ask OMONDI any other business, because he's always dealing a few business and a few different bits and pieces that surrounding Manchester United. So, any other business from you today, sir?
Yeah, I'm interested in that hanger that Andy's got. Maybe this wrong time, bad timing. No, I'm joking. I think there's a player. We've seen a lot of players. We've seen the majority of players play games now. I think Lurd, any other business will be. Would he really go on loan? I'm not sure. I think he put on a good performance yesterday, and would like to hear what Andy thinks about that. Certainly, these guys that are in the doubt about whether they're coming or going. Disappointed with Hannibal. He hasn't seemed to stepped up over the period of time that he's been with Ten Hag, and these other guys sort of seem to have gone ahead of him. And I want to see Zidane stay at the club and play that role deep. He's a beautiful player. So I don't know the ins and outs. I just want to drop that as Zidane. I'm really encouraged by the way he's playing football. Next.
Yeah, I'm going to say, I was going to ask Andy the question. Van der Beek, what do you make so far of his performance? Can you see him have a future at Manchester United? Because he's at the moment, I don't know what's going on, whether or not it's a confident thing he's got or what's going on.
I think his form's patchy. He played okay yesterday, but he's only done it in little bits. But yeah, like I say, it could be a confidence thing, believing in yourself. And it says, like I said, this is a new system. He should know this system. If he's been told, you're going to play, we're going to try and play the Ajax system or the Ajax way. But I think it's a confidence thing, like you say. He's got to believe in himself. And I'm sure he'll be a part of the squad Sunday, but I don't see him starting. And it could be a sacrifice if come the end of August. Could be a sacrifice come Christmas if it's not working out. This is his last chance to lose.
Yeah. It's a good call actually. And Pat?
I enjoyed the game. The only other business would be the fact that what we speak about Donny, but if anybody's form is bad at the moment, it's Bruno, and it's not good to see. And even we weren't very clinical at the start of the game, and that was one of my gripes of last year, was that we couldn't kill games off soon. So I just hope Erik ten Hag picks up on that, and in that game there the weekend, we had to make 3 or 4 chances before we even got close to getting a goal. And I hope he could become more clinical in front of the goal, especially the likes of Rashford and Bruno.
Yeah, and Mr. B?
I've got Ahmad, Chong, Lid, and Palestri all going out on loan. Anyone we want to keep out of you guys there? Anyone? I mean, Chong's been pants. Palestri probably hasn't given the time. I think Ahmad probably had an opportunity. And Lid, that looks like it was already sorted out to Watford anyway. But anybody else you should be going out the door with him?
I don't know. For me, I think Ahmad should get the opportunity. There's something, I know he needs to get a bit strong, more physical, but I believe he can fight for a place at Man United at the moment. I believe that, because the opportunity hasn't really and truly, he's not been given it at the moment.
Yeah, I think he's got till the end of August if he wants, because what he scored yesterday and his second half performance, if he carries on like this, he could force Ten Hag to rethink his options. He could force his way into the squad and not be loaned out come end of August.
Yeah, I agree with that as well. OMONDI, a few more comments there quickly. You're muted.
Excuse me. Yeah, sorry. Start with this one. K Drama saying Bruno form is not brilliant, as Pat was saying. Just because he's not scoring and assisting doesn't mean his form is off. He's been a great part of the build-up for those little things that people always miss. So that's Pat. I don't know if you respond.
Can I just ask K Drama, if you look at what Eriksen did in his cameo to what Bruno did, would you start Eriksen instead of Bruno? Question for you.
Good call.
Good call, that one is. And the interplay as well, being at the game as well, for you, Andy, the interplay and the way the team break with that sort of fast move, fast counter attack. It's something. I'm looking forward to that. How you feel about that as well? Being live at the game.
Yeah, I look forward to it. I mean, I seen it yesterday. I've seen it on the tour of Australia, and the way we did Liverpool as well. Fast one-touch football, thinking, looking up, picking a pass, where to put it, quick. You only get a few seconds on the ball in this game in the Premier League. You don't get the time like you do in the Europe, in the other European leagues. So I think, that could be our key to getting a victory on Sunday against Brighton. Quick, one-touch, attacking football, but it's just that midfield. It's just that defence. They have to be on the game. We have to have a strong midfield, whoever's picked, and a strong back four. And if it has to be a sacrifice, if a big name's not playing Sunday, tough. Yeah. Egos don't care. It's about the manager now on this new build. That's it. I don't care if players' feelings are hurt come this season or come this Sunday. If somebody's upset, I'm really not interested.
Yeah. Pat, any final words from you, sir?
No, I'm good.
Yeah. Well, that's it. So, Andy, so where can we find you? But before we say where can we find you, we are going to be seeing a lot of Andy throughout the weeks now going forward on the agenda. So, Andy, from the family, welcome aboard, sir.
Thank you.
And where else can we find you?
You can find me on Instagram at Andy_MUFC_Tate, and I'm on TikTok as well. ATTVMUFC. TikTok's just a bit of fun. Like we all want fun in life. It's just a bit of fun.
Absolutely brilliant. And it's always a pleasure having you on, because it's always fun having you on as well. Like I said, in the background, we were late because we were having a laugh and a little joke in the back there as well. So it was absolutely brilliant before we could start the show. Amanda, any final words from you, sir, as well? You're muted.
Okay, I'll start again. Excuse me. You know what it is? I'm not used to going muted all the time. I only do. I'll start again with the same energy and say, look, I really enjoyed the show. It's a pleasure having Andy on board full time now. He's got a ticket for the Man United agenda. He will be riding with us throughout the season, the ups and the downs. Hopefully, there'll be more ups this time. And hopefully, we'll be skinning and winning starting this Sunday. Against Brighton. Yeah, so guys, make sure you get behind us. I know you've been patiently waiting during this break and watching all the developments happen with the club, but now we're starting to form a team. We've got a new era with Ten Hag coming up, and I hope everyone enjoys it and stays positive throughout the whole journey, because I think we're going to be successful.
As always on Monday. Pat, any final words from you, sir? Or on Monday with his positivity as always, you know. Win 1-0, see the game up. Let's kickstart. We might as well do it tonight.
I know. Look, we all just try and stay positive. You know, the preseason games showed a lot. I'm sure Erik ten Hag has a lot to work with now going back. It'll be interesting to see what team he starts with, whether it be because I thought Scott McTominay played very well. I thought Fred played well. I'm not saying he deserved to be in our starting 11.
Eriksen. I thought you got me there for 1 minute. Come on.
No.
Got me all excited. Fred and not Scott, but Fred, yeah.
I thought Eriksen played very well. Some of the half turns he took when he came on, it it feels like we haven't seen a football like that for a few years playing in midfield. It was just excellent, you know. It reminds me of Matt being back on the pitch. It was, but it'll be interesting, and I'm sure Eric Ten Hag knows what he wants. There's no way he's going to start this new season and not feel he has enough players at his disposal. So if it becomes an issue, I'm sure they have got a couple of plan B options. So
Brilliant.
look, let's all just stay positive, like we are here in the agenda, and look forward to the new season.
Well said.
And could I say big up to Rushmano? Welcome to the channel, sir. I haven't seen you for a while. Right, Andy, any final words from you, sir?
Yeah, I want a 3 point Sunday by any means necessary. I don't care how we do it, how we win. I want the 3 points and a good start. That's it.
Brilliant. Mr. V?
Sancho Martial next week, 2-0. See the game out. Me and Lamont can sit down and chat on the reaction show. We won't be drinking on air, but I'm sure we will be having a sip of what you're drinking now, orange water on Monday, to celebrate.
Yeah.
So there you go. There you go. So there you go. Everybody's on the water. I won't be on the water if we win. Trust me, I won't be on the water if we win. So yeah, look, I'm just looking forward to the rest of the week, honestly. Looking forward to the rest of the week. Whether Frankie gets done or not, that's not going to take away my desire for Sunday to hurry up and reach me. I'm really looking forward to it.
I think as well, for me, my final words here is, guys, been really supportive over the whole pre-season. We've made sort of a conscious decision of bringing a show out to whoever keen to watch us, and it seems like it's paid off really by lots of new members joining us, people getting involved in the comments, the chats and everything. We've got the fantasy football as well, kickstarting as well. And it's to be positive from now till the rest of the season and back the manager. Whatever the manager does, let the manager give him his 3 years, what he signed a contract for, and see what he can do. And that's for me, for now anyway. Huh?
Sorry, Rush just put Fred to squeeze. He's been drinking the Jesus juice like me, and he God bless him.
Rush knows it, man. Rush knows it.
Rush knows it. If Fred, actually, I'm not even going to say it.
Go on. If Fred what?
No, nothing. I'm not going to say it. I want Fred to score. I don't care who scores. I'm not knocking nothing.
I agree. By any means necessary.
Yeah.
Andy, Fred to score a brace, and we'll see you back here on Monday to talk about Fred, how great he was.
Oh, yeah. But Fred.
Hey, this is Jabba.
We'll call it the Fred special, we will.
Oh, God. Listen, if Fred score a brace, I'm telling you now, I'll go absolute. I'll come on, like, whatever I'm doing, don't care what I'm doing.
Oh, yeah, I'm going to win the league if he scores twice Sunday.
Yeah.
21 is on.
If only. But guys, I'd like to say a massive thanks to everyone who's watched, liked, shared, and subscribed to the Money Agenda. And we will be back tomorrow for the fantasy football. So if you're into fantasy football, we'll be back tomorrow at 8:30 on Monday. Is it tomorrow you live, or is it next Tuesday?
10 o'clock tomorrow, guys. I know it's a bit late. I know we usually do it 8:30, but 10 o'clock tomorrow, and every Tuesday at 10 p.m. I will be doing a eye test on Man United, and I'm reviewing all of the 5 games we've had, and just going from there to see how we're setting up. I'm going to start from scratch and see how Eric plays. I've got his book here, so yeah, just going to review how we play in our football these days and what to expect going forward.
Yeah, and Andy, there you go. There's something else you can go into as well if you want 10 o'clock show with him. I'll be asleep, fast asleep on a Tuesday night. But guys, from us at the Man United Agenda, we'd like to say from us, good night.
Good night.